Good morning and welcome to Carter G. Woodson Academy, the place where our mission is to educate, motivate, and to activate the potential for excellence that lies within every young man. We welcome you to our morning of celebration as we celebrate the scholars here at Carter G. Woodson Academy for their excellence academically this past school year. We're named for Carter G. Woodson, who attended Berea College in Berea, Kentucky, and he had a quote that he said, "No man knows what he can do until he tries." And we celebrate you today in how you tried this last school year in a pandemic through virtual learning. You made an awesome accomplishment, and today we celebrate you. We will be celebrating those who made the honor roll, and we will be inducting those into the Beta Club, which is our honor program here at Carter G. Woodson Academy. And so parents, as you watch today, we thank you for your support, but more importantly, I want to thank the staff here at Carter G. Woodson Academy for going beyond the call of duty in making sure every young man was successful as we were going through a pandemic and virtual learning. And I cannot say enough about the administration who made over 35 to 40 home visits to make sure many of you reached this point here today. So thank you so very much. And today we celebrate you for doing an outstanding job. That's the expectation here. And failure is not an option. Welcome to the Carter G. Woodson celebration, and as we celebrate all of these young men.
Good morning. First, we would like to acknowledge our scholars who are already in Beta Club. They will not be re-inducted today, but they are being celebrated for their continuation of exemplifying our WELL principles and the Beta pillars that you will hear about today. So please stand when I call your name. Scholar Aqua, Scholar Banks, Scholar Bryant, Scholar Dixon, Scholar Gonzalez, Scholar Quisenberry, Scholar Rowe, Scholar Warren, Scholar Young, Scholar Briscoe, Scholar Gaines, Scholar Jackson, Scholar James, Scholar Johnson, Scholar Russian, and Scholar Turner. You will hear an explanation of the pillars of this organization from which you have received our invitations. When you accept this invitation and pin, you are promising to unite with this Beta Club in promotion of its goals. These candles indicate our interpretation of the 4 Beta pillars, and each member will pledge himself to uphold the ideals of our organization. To highlight the meanings of these pillars, we've asked 4 alumni scholars who were also previous Beta Club members to speak briefly on what the pillar means to them. First, we will hear from Scholar Cleveland on achievement, Scholar Ridgeway on character, Scholar Bird on leadership, and Scholar Gray Lewis on service. Let's give them a round of applause.
So, achievement is a pretty broad term. It's kind of really hard to define, but in terms of you all, I think you've met that definition. Because a lot of y'all managed to exceed expectations that have been placed upon you. I know Carter G has a standard because I went here. But even then, I know a lot of y'all can even improve on what y'all have already done. So right now, what y'all can do in order to achieve in the future is prioritize your future right now. I know a lot of you guys are in middle school. A lot of you guys are in middle school. And a lot of, in like the future, especially like college, is not really in your headspace yet, but I want you to prioritize your future right now and explore your avenues right now, because you're provided so many resources here that a lot of people at different schools don't get to have. So I want to encourage you guys to prioritize your future, prioritize your achievement, set goals, long-term goals, and and make sure to appreciate what you have right now. And hold your fellow brothers accountable, especially right now, because it will help them in the future along the way. So basically, achievement is to improve upon yourself no matter how what you achieve right now. I know a lot of y'all are here because you've managed to exceed expectations, but do not get complacent. I know you guys can still do better than what you are right now, so thank you.
Good morning. My name is Scholar Ridgeway. Just happy to be here again. I was a part of the first graduating class at Carnegie Woodson, so I know how it is to be in those shoes that you guys are in, and those suits and ties. So I did it for 4 years, and I understand. But I'm here to talk about character. So yeah, character is just the qualities that you possess, as a person. Character goes a long way. In the classroom, outside the classroom, in your house, when you're out with your friends, when you're at a restaurant, it goes a long way. I remember when my mom and dad would teach me about character at a young age. It stuck with me. To this day, character still sticks with me. There's a lot of opportunities that came out of my character. And that's one thing I can say about character is that it will create opportunities for you. Being a good person, being hardworking, being humble, having a humility spirit, it just all goes a long way, even to this day. You can ask Ms. Kozar, Ms. Aikens, they have high characters, and they're trying to teach you guys the same thing as well. So my advice to you guys, moving forward, even past high school, is to always be a good person, have high character, and you'll see it pay dividends, even past high school and even past college, because I'm still experiencing that. I just graduated from college. I still have people compliment how I am from when I was in high school and when I was in Carnegie Woodson. So, yeah, that's character.
Good morning. My name is Jarvis Bird, and I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about leadership. So imagine a world where there's no one willing to step up as a leader. It would be total chaos in the classroom, the field, the court. You would have nobody leading or putting them in the right path to succeed. So my purpose for being up here is to remind you all that you cannot afford to not be what God's called you to be. You cannot be discouraged if you're not the most vocal leader. Because everybody has their own ways of leadership. But you have to figure out what it is that you need to be the most effective leader within your team or beta club. 3 qualities that I believe will set you on the right path for being an effective leader is relational, passionate, and vision-oriented. Relational. You guys have to be willing to build relationships with one another. Leaders have to be vulnerable and be willing to get to know people, because people won't trust you if you don't have that relationship that you guys have built from the ground up. That's the foundation. I want to know your goals and the vision as a leader. Passion, secondly. You have to be passionate about what you talk about and what you do. You can't lead if you don't have passion in what you're doing. People attract to people who are passionate about what they do and love what they do. Thirdly, we got vision. You have to be vision-oriented. If your followers are falling off the right track, you have to get them back, pull them in, and get them to realize what the main goal is. And the last thing that I want to leave you guys with is be the best version of yourself and know what you bring to the table. Figure out what your role is and do it to the best ability that you can. Thank you all.
All right, good morning, everyone. So I'm here to talk about I just got really excited about seeing myself being a lone Gray Lewis. I love that. Let's keep going. So I'm here to talk about service. Now, service piggybacks off of all the 3 other important notes that my fellow scholars talked about. Service builds character. Service is based off of achievement, and service can go a long way. Service doesn't have to be formal or informal, it can be both. No matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, you serve. You serve at school, whether it's Carter G. Woodson, you serve at Frederick Douglass, you serve at the house, you serve at church, you serve anywhere and everywhere you go. I'm always a man of service. I'm always looking out for other people. I'm always looking to build relationships with other people. And most importantly, I'm always looking to better myself in terms of how I serve other people. And service doesn't have to be about other people. It's how you serve yourself. You have to assert yourself. You have to know that you are important and you have to put yourself out there more. You can't just sit idle back and hope for something to happen to you. You have to go out there and achieve it yourself. And one thing I've learned about service is that on campus I serve as a community service chair in my fellow organization. And what I've learned is that there's a lot more to Kentucky. There's a lot more to Lexington than what I do sitting in here, sitting in my dorm, sitting at my house. When I serve, I look to put myself out there. I look to make sure that everyone else is achieving the way that I want them to achieve. Another thing about service is that it's very important. People need to know your name. If you want to be known, you have to go out there. One thing that my grandmother always told me is that service is all about character. And character is doing the right thing when nobody's looking. You can't expect people to think of you in a good light if you yourself don't think of yourself in a good light. How can you be a man of service if you don't want to go out and do what you can and cannot do? Service is all about failing and succeeding. You have to be able to fail one time to succeed the other time. If you can't succeed, then you're probably going to be used to failure, and nobody wants to do that. And one last thing about service is that it's everywhere, it's anywhere, and no matter who you are, no matter what your strengths, your weaknesses are, you can serve. You have a God-given talent to serve, no matter what you do. It doesn't even have to be something that you like doing. If you're passionate about it, then you'll do it. Thank you.
Thank you, alum scholars. Appreciate that. So at this time, we'll get ready to recognize our senior Beta Club members. Scholars, when I call your name, make sure that you come right up quickly. I'm going to be going through them so we can recognize everyone. At this time, we're ready to recognize senior scholars, senior Beta Club members, Scholar Aranda, Scholar Botin, Scholar Breeze, Scholar Chenault, Scholar Denton, Scholar Going, Scholar Israel, Scholar Knox, Scholar Lilly, Scholar Macias, Scholar Motley, Scholar Naranjo, Scholar Newcomb, Scholar Strozier, Scholar Trudio, Scholar Bright, Scholar Bush-Baltsby, Scholar Carpenter, opinions taken just a few minutes. Scholar Alonzo Isdro, Scholar Bamfo, Scholar Chenault, Scholar Hunt, Scholar Kennedy, Scholar Lightfoot, Scholar Lowe, Scholar Stryker, Scholar Patrick, Scholar Bond, Scholar Porter Brown, Scholar Crow, Scholar Crutcher, Scholar Harris, Scholar Priestley, Scholar Ragland, Scholar Ramsey, Scholar Telfair, Scholar Washington, Scholar Clay, Scholar Commodore, Scholar Edmonds, Scholar Eubanks, Scholar Graves, Scholar Harris, Scholar Smith, Scholar Wolford. Congratulations to our senior Beta Club members. We will give them a few minutes to get pinned and be seated. Next, we're going to recognize our junior Beta Club members. Junior Beta Club members, first row, will you please stand, follow the direction of Ms. Ulrich. Scholar Anderson, Scholar Banks, Scholar Bell, Scholar Carter, Scholar Crow, Scholar Davenport, Scholar Holman, Jr., Scholar Jones, Scholar Leach, Scholar Lilly, Scholar Marshall, Scholar Caden Melton, Scholar Yoni Melton, Scholar Sapporo, Scholar Romero, Scholar Thompson, Scholar Tulick, Scholar Ansu, Scholar Burnside, Scholar Crow, Scholar Herrera, Scholar Hostler, Scholar Jones. Scholar Lanza, Scholar Garcia, Scholar Garrett, Scholar Luca, Scholar Diaz, Scholar Medina Moran, Scholar Impiana, Scholar Overstreet, Scholar Poindexter. Scholar Mendoza, Scholar Soto, Scholar Stone, Scholar Ward, Scholar Young, Scholar Youngback. Let's congratulate our junior Beta Club members. These scholars that we just recognized had a 3.5 or higher the entire school year last year. So give them another round of applause. Gentlemen, you may come back and return to your row. Thank you. Now we will recognize our scholars who have earned a bow tie and will become a part of our bow tie club. Again, these scholars also maintain a 3.5 for the whole entire year. We will recognize our high school bow tie members first. Just giving a few seconds for everyone else to get back to their seats. Great job, gentlemen. Thank you so much. At this time, we will now have high school stand. Those that will be receiving a bow tie, follow direction of Ms. Ulrich. Scholar Barber, Scholar Hayden, Scholar Rogers, Scholar Hicks, Scholar Fields, Scholar Jones, Scholar Walker, Scholar Aqua, Scholar Benton, Scholar Banks, Scholar Bryant, Scholar Dixon, Scholar Fernandez, Scholar Gonzalez, Scholar Harris, Scholar Jackson, Scholar Lawson, Scholar Perez, Scholar Quisenberry, Scholar Rowe, Scholar Smith, Scholar Warren, Scholar Young, Scholar Briscoe, Scholar McBrown, Scholar De La Cruz, Scholar Gaines, Scholar Jackson, Scholar James, Scholar Johnson, Scholar Kennedy, Scholar Russian, Scholar Turner. Please give our high school bow tie club members Now we're ready to recognize our middle school bow tie club members. Please follow direction of Ms. Ulrich. Scholar Vanpo, Scholar Crow, Scholar Fields, Scholar Gillespie, Scholar Mahiano, Scholar Moore, Scholar Soto, Scholar Thompson, Scholar Williams, Scholar Boyd, Scholar Perez, Scholar Williams. Please give them a round of applause for our middle school. Now we come to the portion of the program where we want to honor and celebrate our honor roll-ees from last year. We will start again with high school, so scholars, please follow the direction of Ms. Ulrich. Scholar Oboje, Scholar Harris, Hill, Scholar Johnson, Scholar Lowry, Scholar Moss, Scholar Richardson, Scholar Shelton, Scholar Simpson, Scholar Barfield, Scholar Edmonds, Scholar Green, Scholar Hornberger, Scholar Neal, Scholar Quisenberry, Scholar Reynolds, Scholar Rosas Martinez, Scholar Rufus, Scholar Trahan, Scholar Cooper, Scholar Davis, Scholar Hand, Scholar Lott, Scholar Miles, Scholar Ingog, Scholar Rice, Scholar Franklin, Scholar Jones, Scholar Moppins Floyd. Let's give them a round of applause. Now to recognize middle school honor roll. Scholar Durham, Scholar Gentry, Scholar Kandasamy, Scholar Torres, Scholar Cass, Scholar Roseman, Scholar Weathers, Scholar Lilly, Scholar Patton, Scholar Reed, Scholar Reynolds, Scholar Stewart, Scholar Taylor. Let's give them a round of applause. This is all middle school. We'll give them a couple minutes to return to their seats. While they're doing that, will Scholar Joseph Edmonds please meet me on the podium, please? First, can you click back to the Beta Pledge? We're going to do the Beta Pledge first. So if you're in Beta, stand up for me. If you just got your certificate. If you did not get a pin, I do have some more in my room. I just didn't bring enough. Please come see me. I'll get you a pin today, okay? All right. I can't see it, so I'm going to depend on you to read it out loud for me. Ready? Can we do it all at the same time? All right, let's go. I do solemnly declare that I shall always strive to hold fast to the principles of honesty, to endeavor constantly to maintain and reputation, and to develop the foundation of character, service, and leadership in my life. I also pledge to cooperate with fellow members of the National Debate Club. I will encourage individual responsibilities to improve my school community, state, and nation. I will defend a high standard of morality and join with my fellows to contribute to the improvement of our practice of life. Yes, we'll get it down. First time, yes. Thank you so much. All right, now that's the reading.
If everyone can stand back up and assume position for the creed, please. I promise to give my very best to achieve my end goal, to be faithful and disciplined with everything in my control, learning as much as I can, for knowledge is the key. There is nothing I cannot do, but the first step starts with me. I represent my family and my community as a whole, and I refuse to let negativity keep me from my goal. I will succeed and excel if I just have faith to believe, for I'm part of the U.S. world and the limits what I can achieve. I will rise above all prejudice and positive all the way through, for I'm part of the U.S.
Thank you all. As we conclude our Celebration of Excellence program, we want to thank our teachers and staff for helping us prepare this celebration. We want to thank our alum scholars for coming back to share their wisdom with us. A big thank you and shout out to Ms. Bobel, Ms. Ulrich for organizing everything and handling all logistics. A big shout out and thank you to Mr. Guthrie and our media team that is covering live streaming for us and taking individual pictures for scholars. We appreciate that. Thank you to our families for your continued support of Carter G. Woodson Academy, the mission to educate, motivate, and activate the potential for excellence that lies within every young male in this program. A big congrats to our scholars for demonstrating your academic excellence. Be encouraged to continue to strive for excellence in all that you do and encourage your brothers to do the same. I want everyone to have a great Friday. Scholars, please remain seated. We're going to exit and you will receive a goodie bag as you're exiting, so please remain seated for your instructions. Thank you and have a great day.